Hello, this is 3D Quads. Finally, after we have baked or after we have textured all this model details, now we need to export it back to Blender so we can put these textures in Blender as PBR material. And PBR material, this is something that is depending on images, not on like nodes, as we all know. So how to do that? We can just go to File, Export Textures, and here we specify the output directory, and this is my output directory, mailbox 1. Select the folder. I prefer to select the Blender PBR Blender Principled Shader from the list here as the output template. Where is it? Blender. Let's go up. Here it is, Blender BSDF. It will give me the following maps. Now, for a reason, I don't know why, if you select the output template from here, it's gonna be different from here. Okay, so all what you need to do is to select the output template back again from here as Blender BSDF. Where's Blender BSDF? Principled BSDF, here it is. It will give you all these textures: base color, normal, metallic, roughness, emission, alpha, displacement. And if you want to add any of the baked maps that we did at the beginning of the session, like these maps, actually, you can simply add it with by adding a new layer. Okay, a new channel here. I don't like to change it on the first one or on the standard one that comes with Principled BSDF, so I can make a copy, and this is a copy of what we have as Blender BSDF. I can remove some channels if I don't need them, and I can add a new channel which is mesh map. Let me just add an RGB color like this and bring this, for example, ambient occlusion, and push it down here. It will ask me from ambient occlusion as a gray channel. Okay, as a gray channel, and I can copy the name of this and paste it here. Control V, just change the emission to AO, and that's it. Then you can use this template, which is the copy, here in the settings, and it will apply, or it will take whatever you have selected here. But I don't need to do that. I will go back to my Principled BSDF, that's it, and go to the settings here. Here's the list of export. We have 7 textures for this object, and all what we need to do is to file type, make it as PNG or JPG or whatever kind of images that you would like to apply, and the depth of the image, or 16-bit. I like to keep it as 16-bit. The default is 8-bit, but I like to make it as 16-bit. And also the size, I usually change it from, based on each texture set size, to actually 2K for every texture that I export. And finally, all what you need to do is to export. That's it. The system will finish. You can open the output directory. You see all the maps here, and these are the textures that you will use in Blender. Let's see how can we do that in Blender. Let me go back to Blender. Here's my object. We can simply open the shader editor, and in the shader editor here you can see that it's applied. This is the mailbox, but I will remove it. Let's change to material view, and in the material view, this is the old one that I had earlier. I can simply just change it by removing this, all of them, back to my initial Principled BSDF. And you need to install Node Wrangler add-on. If you go to Edit, Preferences, Add-ons, and you search for Node Wrangler, this is the Node Wrangler add-on. When you just enable it, it comes out of the box with Blender. You just need to enable it. Once you enable it, you come here, you click on the Principled BSDF, press Ctrl-Shift-T, and it will ask you to select your textures. I will go to mailbox 1, select all the textures, and as them as principled texture. Automatically, it gets the nodes for you, a well set up node, and this is my texture. Just remove the wireframe here, and you will see that this is the texture that we have applied during our session or the previous sessions. Here it is applied to my box here, or the mailbox. And one thing that you need to notice at the end, that we have here in the material size, in the material window, we have the mailbox. In the settings down here, if you go to the surface, you will tell Blender what maps to show: bump only, which is the normal only, or the displacement, which is the height map only, or both displacement and bump. When you put this, if you are using some kind of materials that has a high level of height, which is reflected here in the displacement node, this scale is set to 1 by default. You need just to reduce it to something between 001 and 005, and you will see that the object is going to be fixed automatically. So mainly that's all what you need to do, and this is how you apply it on Blender. Now you can simply set up the camera and just go ahead and render. Thank you. That's all. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next